Hello and welcome back to Master Arena 6, match number 4. In a round of 16 we have ACCM in red playing as the Vietnamese in game 1. His opponent Babaorum, who surprised us in qualification, kicking out DracKeN, I think was 3-1, playing as the Byzantines, and surprise surprise, we're going to see a scout opening. Yay! Somewhat repetitive, but it makes sense. It has been successful for the other players, so no surprise, these two are going for that as well. And both players now fighting for the map control, for the relics, and so on. Let me quickly see where the relics are. There's one really close to ACCM space, which is really nice. There's one more not too far away from on the right hand side, one on the left. The other two, I guess a little bit closer to Babaorum. This one really close to him. He's got a monastery up. And we're going to see a second TC coming up on the wood line. Could even have gone for the stone, but I think that's alright. And ACCM going with the second TC on the wood line as well, only losing one villager. That farm, a little bit curious why he's putting it right there. That is a third row, and it's very far from the middle as well. I don't know, is that a misclick? Maybe. And now we have big fights happening in the middle. Spearmen and scouts against scouts. No light cav upgrade yet. We could see that very soon. We have ACCM grabbing that first relic in front of his base. Same for Babaorum. And we have a lot of patrolling between the spears and the scouts. Look at this, both they're trying to take good fights. I like this idea of ACCM to send one of the spears to attack the scouts. Looks like a lot of scouts from ACCM dying. Babaorum in the meantime also taking another relic, and now he's to run away from that big amount of spearmen. On the left hand side there's one relic left. ACCM in the meantime grabbed number 2 as well. That's not inside his monastery yet, but soon to be. 30C coming up here. And the last one on the left hand side, let's keep an eye on that. We have 4 scouts and Babaorum sending the monk. This monk is going to die, but the relic got a little closer to his base. And of course there is spearmen still on the field. There is one monk from ACCM coming in, but no chance whatsoever. I don't like that Babaorum is not going around here, but maybe that one monk was for distraction. Now ACCM in the meantime trying to get the relic, not happening. 2 more monks on the field, spearmen on the field. Babaorum must have the third TC already, maybe even TC number 4. And now it's Babaorum again, who is carrying that relic towards his base, able to convert one of the scouts, and now he's losing the monk to the spearman. Oh my god. But in the end he's going to get it. Has a good amount of scouts and spearmen left, and is on the way up to Imperial Age. That was TC number maybe even 4. I see an extra TC here. That's the main TC. 3 TCs for Babaorum, and resources already looking good once again. He's opening with archer ranges. We could even see elite skirmisher opening instead of arbalest. Let's find out. Fletching on the way. And skirmisher production starting. That's 3 TCs actually, one very far in the back here. Now ACCM is sending the spearmen and has crossbowmen on the field, so skirmishers make even more sense. ACCM at the same time has... I thought he has decent resources, but only, what is that, 200 food, 200 gold? What is happening? That's not what ACCM used to play here. And okay, he's going for crossbow and invest into fletching, but that's no reason to not be up to Imperial Age. Not quite sure what happened there. That's really strange for my, because Vietnamese have a very decent economy, and Byzantines, even though they get the faster upgrade to Imperial Age, like the villager difference, it's not a lot. He should be a lot closer to clicking up. And now that Babaorum is on the way to Imperial Age, he should try to get a castle up, which he doesn't have the stone for. But with a lot of elite skirmishers, he will be fine. Maybe even onagers if it's needed. That spearman is quite annoying, but it should not take down a mangonel. No chance whatsoever. Few spearmen fighting here as well. And ACCM only now getting... What is he doing? Why doesn't he have 34 farmers? What is he investing into? I don't see why he's not up to Imperial Age. And I'm really surprised. What is this? Now he's going for a castle. Okay, but it's 29 minutes when he's starting to build that castle. He should be a lot earlier. We have the Imperial Age upgrade done for Babaorum, and now he may be a little bit surprised that his opponent is not quite there, because he could have gone for arbalest, and with arbalest you win the game instantly. Like this, with crossbowmen against skirmishers. Now we know how this is going to end. Mangonel fight happening in the middle. 2 knights helping out a lot. That's very good for ACCM in this case, but Babaorum is still ahead. And we have bloodlines and husbandry coming up, so maybe more knights, maybe in battle elephants, which is unlikely. Like Babaorum will be able to go for spearmen, pikemen and halberdier easily, no problem whatsoever. Castle is up for ACCM. Red and archers on the way. And the castle coming up next to that 3rd gold for Babaorum, who wasn't really attacked in this game yet. Both players are still fighting for map control. Now ACCM is going for map control right now, but without Imperial Age, and that's so strange. We have 200, 400 and 400, food and gold in the bank. As for Babaorum, he just had like 1600 food in the bank, not sure what he's investing into, but he's going for crossbow, actually. We should see the arbalist upgrade. Yes, ballistics on the way. He's got a stable, so he could go for a few knights of his own if he wants to. I guess it's not really that necessary. And as the first bombard cannon, also first trebuchet to hit that castle, and that means ACCM will have a hard time to defend. Now ACCM will click to Mirage finally at 33 minutes, which is too late in my opinion, even though he went for military, he went for that castle, but that's not what I'm used to see from ACCM. And Babaorum continuing his journey, playing really, really well. The question is, can he beat ACCM in his first game and maybe even in this match? We're going to find out. Imperial Age coming up for ACCM now, 3 mangonels, but dying fast to the bombard cannon and even the elite skirmishes plus arbalist composition. And arbalist, of course, quite good against mangonels. A little bit of a light fight here, second trebuchet on the way. That castle is definitely going down. And while we have elite skirmishes and crossbowmen as well as veteran archers for ACCM on the field, they're missing upgrades, +2 only now done. And in the meantime, we have a cavalry upgrade for Babaorum, so he may want to add in light cav hussars into his ranged composition here. Of course, bombard cannons behind that army is going to be great, and ACCM has to run away for now. Where is the trebuchets going next? Where are they going next? There's 2 of them, few houses falling, that's not really important. I guess we can move a little bit faster. I like this castle, this is perfect. Go in the middle, where you want to attack from, open your opponent's base, light cav raiding starting, ACCM going with the castle behind one of these goals that he had, but the light cav are in and the villagers have to go into the TC. That means a little bit of idle time here. ACCM is busy at home. In the meantime, Babaorum is taking map control. They are completely in the middle, taking ACCM's third gold, and he's moving forward with the bombard cannons as well. I guess the TC and then the castle will be next. In my opinion, he should go for these archer ranges first, because they are creating Imperial skirmishes now, and that's going to be a decent counter to what Babaorum has, except for the light cav. They have only 4 pierce armor, but still, they're going to be able to do good damage on these Imperial skirmishes. Now, of course, Babaorum will be happy with his own arbalist and elite skirms. I can see like 20 skirms, 25 arbalist here, 2 trebuchets that are right now not countered at all, and that castle from ACCM getting repaired, but it's only on half HP and getting lower and lower. So we have Babaorum in a very nice position. We have a little bit of, I thought raiding, but it's only an outpost, and there's 1 hussar to kill all these ACCM villagers. On the left hand side, 3 arbalists making sure that the villagers cannot escape here, and we have those 2, 3 trebuchets now firing away at the castle. Bombard cannon to counter this, but so many arbalists and elite skirmishers in the field, the bombard cannon won't survive for too long. Also, there's another bombard cannon for Babaorum. ACCM could see this, nice shot here, but not going down. Instead, ACCM is losing the bombard cannon, is going to lose the castle, and is also losing the first game. Very well played by Babaorum. Let's go to game 2. Now in the second game, ACCM picked Italians, went for the stable opening, going with the monastery now, he's up to Castle Age. His opponent, Babaorum, is playing as Spanish, and he went for a barracks to get some spearmen out, going for the monastery as well, but he had villagers on stone, he's on 598, so he's about to drop a castle here. Idle villagers on the barracks, that's never nice, but Babaorum catches them, and of course with knights also on the field, the spearmen won't do too much, but Babaorum is moving forward, using the spearmen and the monk. Got a knight converted, the other one is going down, and that's quite aggressive what he's doing. He's got Loom, but there's also 2 monks from ACCM now, and I think this move was not too well planned out, because ACCM is able to defend. This has got a good amount of spearmen on the field as well, and now the castle is getting built back at home, where Babaorum is going to protect the main stone and somewhat covering his third gold. Second stone from forward, main gold forward, his base not really good, so maybe the forward castle wasn't the worst idea ever, but ACCM stopping that, and now that castle is definitely going up, but ACCM should be able to grab most of the relics, and he knows the castle is coming, so he can prepare for it, and he's probably going to add a good amount of monks in to make sure he can actually counter the upcoming conquistadors. Now there's also monks for Babaorum on the field, and both players get pretty decent monastery upgrade. I think Spanish. Are they missing any monk upgrades? I'm not sure. Italians, as far as I know, missing heresy, but it's not really important here unless they're going for a big monk push, which is not going to happen. Conquistadors coming up, and we can see 1 monk here from ACCM getting attacked. In the meantime, Babaorum's monk just saying, "Oh, hello, you're getting attacked, I'm grabbing the relic." There's 1 scout coming up to make sure the monk is not able to bring the relic home, and 2 spearmen getting converted. Nice effort here by ACCM. Problem for him is now the conquistadors are moving forward, and that spearman is is still alive, but it's dying, and ACCM is going to lose that relic once again. Babaorum going with the second relic then. As for ACCM, does he have the other 3 already? It's possible, he went up earlier, yeah. And he's going for his own castle. Also, Italians have the cheaper upgrades to feudal castle Imperial Age, so we might see a quite fast Imperial from him after that, 25 minutes in. As for Babaorum, it looks like he is managing his economy a lot better, because villager numbers obviously better for ACCM, but Babaorum is on the way up to Imperial Age, and that is very important here, because if you can get a castle down at Siege Workshop and go with the Conquistadors, Babaorum might have a good position once again. ACCM now staying behind his walls with the monks, does not want to allow Babaorum to get any closer, and I think he will be fine with that, because ACCM is now preparing Generous Crossbowmen, which is a very nice counter unit to what Babaorum is doing right now. And there's got a knight, probably the converted one, but he's got Conquistadors and monks. And Generous Crossbowmen, not the biggest ranged archers ever, but they have a nice counter bonus against any cavalry units. Second castle coming up from ACCM as well, second castle from Babaorum coming up in the middle of the map. But the thing is, that castle is pretty much standalone against 2. And there you can see them, the Generous Crossbowmen dropping out of the castle, and while Babaorum is most likely going for, yeah, that's 1.5 trebuchets already, second on the way. I think he should immediately go for the third, but he doesn't have the wood right now. Needs, oh, there it is, and now he's missing the gold. Is he going for the trebuchet? Yeah. But the thing is, ACCM is with 2 castles himself, and 2 castles he should be able to keep up at least one of them. In the meantime, that castle from Babaorum in the middle should go down, and of course ACCM is immediately starting to repair that castle. He's also opened the walls on the left hand side to allow these Generous Crossbowmen to move out. The question is, who is going to win this? This is going to be really interesting and maybe game deciding already, because whoever is winning the trebuchet fight might also win this game. We're going to find out very soon, as ACCM's castle is under heavy pressure already. That trebuchet might be a little bit too close to the enemy castle. 8 range? Well, maybe not. I guess it's not within the range. Then again, that house is pretty much the same distance and is getting attacked already. We have a castle on 3k HP, the other castle from Babaorum on almost 4k. Babaorum is sending villages now, and we have 3 trebuchets plus 1 against 2 for now by ACCM. Trebuchet number 3 dropping out any second, and number 4 on the way as well. A few monks behind this, block printing done, very important, and a lot of villagers repairing. How many villagers is that? That's like 16 in total, and I think for Babaorum that's only 7. So, but ACCM out of stone here, just bought 100, but the castle Did Babaorum just target the other castle? That's a mistake. But a castle going down. Very important to see both castles actually falling as expected. So ACCM is with 1 castle left. There is 3 trebuchets, but only one of them is attacking that castle, I think. And now there is the monks moving forward. Also counter trebuchets now working against the attack. And more villagers, again villagers going for repairing the castle from ACCM, and ACCM is moving forward with the monks. He could also use a few more Generous Crossbowmen. Where are those? Did he drop them back? Did he lose them somehow? I don't see where they were left. Maybe they got converted, maybe they died. The Conquistadors didn't pay too much attention. Right now it looks like Babaorum has a lot more monks here, good amount of Conquistadors to kill the enemy monks, and while ACCM was able to get the castle back to 4k HP, there are still 2, 3, 4 trebuchets on the field, 3 of them good fire away at the castle. So Babaorum, not with the score leads this time, but in a very comfortable position in my opinion. And Babaorum doesn't have a lot of food, but other than that, resources looking okay-ish. We have ACCM with a good amount of food. He's of course spending resources, wood and gold on Generous Crossbowmen. Only 2 trebuchets against 4. This castle might fall, might go down really fast now. 4 trebuchets firing away. Yeah, that castle is bye-bye, and that means no more Generous Crossbowmen for ACCM, which means he needs to transition to something else. We see barracks coming up, squires on the way. Are we going to see halberdiers? Do Italians even get halberdiers? I think they only get pikemen. Or condottiero, that's an option. But ACCM quite low on resources now as well. What is he going to do? In the meantime, Babaorum with the 3 trebuchets, 4 trebuchets, still attacking, I guess going for that last trap here. And he's got a good amount of monks on the field. Now there's the first condottieros for ACCM. But Babaorum took the score lead, and he's got the map control as well. Villager numbers looking very, very good for ACCM though. 58 against 92. That's a lot better for ACCM. and he might, oh, he's even using the villagers to attack, but he might win due to the economy. He can go for more numbers rather easily compared to Babaorum, who might need to add in a little bit of economy. Looks like he's still on no 2 TC, second TC coming up, but it's going to be tough for him to keep army production going. In the meantime, we have those Conquerors that probably are good against Conquistadors as well. One got converted. Nice conversion here by Babaorum. It allows him to move even more forward. Conquistadors behind the converted Conquerors. And that's also, wow, 13 monks? 12 monks, a dozen monks here to back it up. Those monks obviously with 12 range. I guess a few other upgrades done as well, at least Sanctity that I can see here. And ACCM is going with more Condottiero production, but he's losing the barracks now. And I like this idea, Babaorum using the trebuchets to fire away at the barracks, but there is also a bombard cannon, and yeah, Conquistadors taking care of the bombard cannon. It's not going down, 3 HP left. That means a trebuchet taking another good shot. And now we have the bombard cannon finally going down. More Condottiers on the way. I think Babaorum needs to get rid of these barracks. That's priority number 1. Then he can move forward, and there's the trebuchets preparing to attack these barracks. I like what Babaorum is doing here. ACCM in the meantime doesn't have a lot of military units. 8 against 37, which is not good. Babaorum with a very convincing battle once again is moving into ACCM space. Babaorum obviously with a score lead, and the barracks going down. We might see more conversions very soon. What is ACCM going to do here? It's going to be tough to fight monks and conquistadors without a generous crossbowman, and obviously Conquerors, you need good numbers, which ACCM doesn't have. At the same time, we have ACCM with the options to go for trash, like maybe hussars and elite skirmishers, but he's not preparing for that, and somehow 71 villagers only. He doesn't really have the economy to do that either. 68 villagers now for Babaorum. He is really in the driver's seat now. He's playing beautifully. He's playing really, really well. The surprise, or one of the surprises of the tournament so far, and taking the first game from ACCM was impressive. Most likely taking away the second game is really amazing. Forward castle coming up, Conquistadors to raid, and ACCM is eventually calling the GG. Babaorum winning game 2. That means match game in the next one already. Ethiopians for ACCM in this third game, and Babaorum with Cumans went for the feudal boom, obviously 2 TCs up, and we're going to see Market Blacksmith this time from ACCM, so not going for stable build, and Blacksmith coming up here for Babaorum, not going for the stable either. A very rare game by that, like both players not going for the relics really. Instead ACCM is saying, yeah, I'm going to boom. Ethiopians have a very nice eco bonus, getting that extra food and gold, right, for free. So the boom for Ethiopians really strong. We have 2, 3 TCs up and running for him. And Babaorum on the way to Castle Age now. 52 villagers against ACCM 42. Cumans boom, in my opinion, should be a little bit stronger, but we're going to find out what the players are going to do with it. For now, nobody is going for the relics even. No military units on the field other than, is that one initial scout? No, there's more now. 1 monk and 1 scout here for ACCM, so ACCM finally deciding, okay, booming only, that's not what I want to do. I'm going for a few relics maybe, they're still there. Castle coming up from Babaorum, so we're going to see the cap checks for him sooner or later. And that relic is very fine for him to take, this one as well. That means at least 2 relics, quite safe for Babaorum. He's going with the villagers to take the 3rd gold, I like this idea. And he's going for a fast Imperialage after the 2 TC boom. That's interesting. So we have a very determined strategy here, a very precise operation what Babaorum is planning to do. He wants to go aggressive now. Kipchak's of course a very nice unit. Let's see how ACCM is doing here. He's on the way up to Imperialage as well. He has now, obviously, as he went for, is it 3 TCs? Wait, I want to go to ACCM. That's 1, 2, 3 TCs, but he has more villagers, and he will be able to go for a castle very soon. Are we going to see a trebuchet fight again? It's possible. Of course, the Kipchaks will be very good against traps, and they can move in quickly, kill the trap, go back. We have a university coming up, probably to get ballistics in. Not sure which civilizations get siege engineers here. Ethiopians do get siege engineers. They have the fullest siege tech that you can get, in my opinion. And like Ethiopians, if you can go to shuttle warriors and siege archers with their unique tech, whichever it was, I don't remember the name, but giving the splashdown torsion engines, I think, then you are in such a good position. Now, ACCM ACCM dropping the rest of the stone. He's got enough for a castle. Could put it like where the siege workshop is, wouldn't have been too bad. But he's going with the castle more to the back here, playing a little bit more defensive. Second castle coming up from Babaorum, rather aggressive, and of course due to the fact that Imperial Age was reached by Babaorum. So ACCM is saying, okay, I need to defend, I need to go in a good economy mode and then go for a lot of military units to be able to defend against the upcoming trebuchets and Kipchaks. Now we have 2 mangonels. We might see the Onager upgrade. Like, is it for the first time in the round of 16? Onager is such a strong unit on Arena, but we have rarely seen it at all. Maybe I missed one time, but I don't remember Onager upgrade, or I don't remember it happening too often. Gate is going down at a few Kipchaks, and that scout is they're going in. Only to find a castle here. First trebuchet out for ACCM. He knows he will need trebuchets. He's facing 3-4 of them in total. Few houses going down, but of course Babaorum is going to retask these traps to attack the castle. Now there's the 3 pikemen upgrades, a few pikemen on the field already. Are we going to see the Onager upgrade? Somewhere, siege workshops, Onager research almost complete. That's 3-4 siege workshops, and the Onagers are moving forward to try and get rid of these Kipchaks now, of these pesky units, if you can say it like that. And also, the Onagers will be good against the trebuchets, because 2 Onager shots and a trap almost down. Now the Onagers, of course, gonna be under attack by from the Kipchaks, but that trebuchet might fall very fast, and that's only 1 trap left. That's 0 traps left attacking the castle right now. Onager was a great choice by ACCM. I like this. I like to see that finally also ACCM, but also other players, going for these units that are so strong on Arena. And we are going to see 2 more traps to defend now. Looks like Babaorum is not even able to move forward towards the castle. Instead, 2 trebuchets from ACCM will start to attack that castle from Babaorum. Let's see if Babaorum can get rid of these traps, but it looks like he only is able to go for the Onagers. Halberdiers making sure that Kipchaks cannot really come closer, and the Onagers behind this are a very big threat, because the Kipchaks, as strong as they are, they don't really have the biggest HP or armor by the way, and that's the first bombard cannon as well. Oh, going down to the trebuchets. Beautiful shots here, but Onager shot into the Kipchaks, very nice to see, and that Onager actually surviving the trebuchet fire. Now that castle is definitely going down. The last what is that? Stones, shootings, whatever, going in, and that means only, is it 1 castle left for Babaorum now? Does he have a 3rd castle, which is now the 2nd? No, only 1 castle for him. Not looking too pretty. ACCM 124 villages, Babaorum on 100, so very good economy, but against Help Onager, it's gonna be tough. Now I think humans get their own siege Onagers, but they may be missing siege engineers, and I think you don't want to go Onagers here against Ethiopians. Hussars is a better choice in my opinion. Hussars Kipchak seems to be fine. The problem is it winnable for Babaorum? Like, ACCM is actually able to defend and is able to take down the castle here. Has been defending really well. There is 1 single Hussar doing some damage. He's attacking a halberdier. What the hell? I'm not sure how this one got in, but it's going down now to the castle. And in the meantime, we have ACCM moving outside of his base now with the Onagers and Halberdiers. It's such a strong composition on Arena, and ACCM will be really happy to see that's also working really well. We have the Kipchaks, of course, still a threat, and there's a good amount of them. Another castle coming up from Babaorum. He's got 3, 4, 5 siege workshops here, going for his own Onagers actually. Interesting to see. We have Onager fights on the field. Finally something we know from Clown Arena. But of course there is the chance for ACCM to go for siege Onagers, which would be a good idea as Ethiopians obviously. Maybe he's already saving up for that. And Onager fights, you need to have a good micro. Looks like both players are trying their best here and doing good damage. And oh, that's 2 Onagers going down. There's 1 more left. Nice shot on the Halberdiers, but there's also Onagers from ACCM moving forward. Trebuchets to attack these siege workshops. I like this idea. Keep them close to your base, but attack everything that is within their range. And these Onagers, 3 of them, they are actually a big threat to Babaorum's army here. Also the Halberdiers, once they get into Kipchaks, the Kipchaks might fall really fast. What a beautiful shot. Oh my god, 3 for nothing. That was perfect by Babaorum. 4 for nothing, and can he get another shot? And that's 5, and the Onager only the last shot going down. 5 Onagers left, lost for ACCM, and now the Kipchaks are actually close to the trebuchets here. So we might see the traps going down, but ACCM is also sending in more Onagers himself. That bombard cannon is definitely falling because the Kipchak's getting microed here by Babaorum. Or is it? Yeah, and now split move, not even necessary. Babaorum moving forward once again. What a great game so far. I love to see that they are neck and neck now, and we see a lot of micro in Imperial Age. We see Kipchaks, we see Onagers from both sides. ACCM sending a lot of villagers to stone. Maybe that stone was finished. I think he should move outside, take the gold, take the stone here. ACCM resources looking okay. Babaorum low on gold actually, and he is not taking that gold here so far, but he's got 22 gold miners, so he will be fine in that regard. Another castle coming up from ACCM. Looks like he wants to go for a push here now, and Babaorum is the one defending, but he's got a lot of Onagers here, and Onager micro, the fight's looking good for both players. A lot of Onagers falling actually. Hussar also, and no, that one is not going down. Castle is up, ACCM in a decent position. Babaorum with the score lead, but in no way attacking. We have an outpost here on the far side, so Babaorum will recognize that villagers, will see that villagers are actually going for stone and gold here, and these Kipchaks are not elite, which is really important, but Babaorum is low on gold still. As for ACCM, is he going for the siege archer upgrade finally? Not that I can see. I guess he's also too low on resources. We're only 38 minutes in, so it's not really like expected that they're going for siege archers immediately after having so much army already in the field. We have more halberdiers and onagers from ACCM, more Kipchaks and onagers from Babaorum. Babaorum moving around, attacking the villagers. Nice idea here. Needs to make sure he's not running into these halberdiers, needs to move them away, but he's not paying attention. That is a very good fight for ACCM. Babaorum not controlling his army here, maybe microing some onagers, but he's losing all these Kipchaks, almost all of them, 3 left, and that was a very, very good fight for ACCM. Babaorum, one big mistake here, and now he's facing another castle, and ACCM probably getting that up. Babaorum also is going to lose these onagers now, because Halberd is moving in. In the meantime, that castle is on very low HP, but I think ACCM can even afford to lose it. It is not really relying on the castles. Hussars, of course, a good unit, but once you run into halberdiers, you're dying so fast. Then again, these bombard cannons are quite exposed, so that's 2 bombard cannons going down, 3 going down almost, and the castle is still standing. There's 1 trebuchet left. We have siege rams now on the field for Babaorum. I like this idea. Siege ram is a decent addition. It's not perfect against halberdiers, but it's going to soak some damage and it's going to allow the hussars to move forward. But the Kipchak's numbers, that's very big. It's down so far. And Babaorum low on military numbers, 14-13 only against 48. ACCM in a very nice position. Now house-balling this because probably got raided, something I did miss. I didn't see that. But it's bigger to see that ACCM is gaining more and more control in the middle. He's repairing another castle here, got a trebuchet here, got bombard cannons to move forward, and yeah, that gold might not be safe for too long, and Babaorum needs gold for sure. It's going to be tough to fight these halberdiers without gold units. Hussars won't do the trick. Not sure what the elite skirmishes of the humans are. I think they're missing some upgrade at least. Yeah, they're missing at least the bracer upgrade, because that's what Kipchaks are missing, obviously. And now we have a castle going down for ACCM. Babaorum still in the score lead, but it's really, really close. And ACCM, I think with map control more or less. Military numbers, again, that's more than double for ACCM. We have Babaorum trying to get the Kipchak's numbers up again, but it's not looking so good for him. We have ACCM with somewhat army. I don't know where it is. He just said 35 minutes, 36. I don't really see them. Where is his army actually? It must be all over the map, which is possible. Bombard can here, if your halberd is there, if your halberd is here, 1 onager here. But he's sending more helps now. Maybe he was also fighting against some ratings that I didn't see. I didn't pay too much attention to ACCM space, to be honest. Now, Babaorum, with that castle still up, he has actually a good grab of the map still. He is controlling his stone and that gold here. He's also with a lot of villagers on that. I guess that was his 3rd gold, right? And he's going for some raiding, and with the hussars on the side here, siege workshop coming up. Maybe ACCM could just wall off this part of the map. I think that would be a good idea. Babaorum low on stone. He must be repairing. ACCM 71 stone. Well, it's possible at least, but he lost that castle, he lost this castle, he has only 1 castle left for trebuchets. Bombard cannons should still be fine, and that game is really, really good in my opinion. So far, a great fight between from both players. Now we have onagers and Kipchaks again on the map, your hussars to start with, and ACCM mainly halberdiers. Actually, Babaorum in a very, very good spot right now. This is great. Oh, the Onagers, what are they doing? They're getting attacked by Halberdiers. There's no defensive units whatsoever to defend the Onagers. Great fight for ACCM in this case. Halberdiers, of course, a cheap unit, and the Onagers costing a lot of gold, I think 160 apiece. So a few Onagers at least going down on the left-hand side, top left. We have Kipchaks raiding the gold mining villages from ACCM. And ACCM is down to 114. Babaorum 146. That might even be too much, but I think he wants to get a good amount of resources before investing heavily into military again. And he's not population capped. 195 pop cap, 186 for him, 135, 138 for ACCM. And Halberdier numbers too low, and he's got a little bit of gold, but I think he needs to go for more oranges again. He may even need to invest into elite skirmishes later on, because of course helps and skirms are great for the very post and late game when you don't have too much gold. Actually, for the relics, how's the relic count looking? Did Babaorum get all 5 relics actually? Oh, that's big. I didn't even see that, but Babaorum was able to get all of those. He's also with Hussars in ACCM space. ACCM is in a tough position. Babaorum in the driver's seat once again with a very convincing performance so far. And Onagers to fire away at these Halberdiers. The only problem is helps are pretty much uncountered here. Babaorum has nothing to really fight these helps other than the Kipchaks, and they need to be microed constantly. So he's going to lose more Kipchaks, and right now he's using the trebuchets to attack. I'm not sure what that was. Was that on that castle that I didn't see? But there is siege workshops here. The castle that that originally was built by ACCM is still up, and actually it looked good for Babaorum, but suddenly the Halberdiers moving out again. There's a good amount of Halberdiers now in the field for ACCM. Military numbers better for ACCM now. He's got 15 more. That bombard cannon might go down, but Halberdiers everywhere. There's a castle coming up on the left-hand side, top left. I like this castle because it's going to constantly attack these these gold miners. That gold is so important, and I'm not sure what's the castle age step husbandry. That's for faster production of, I don't know, Kipchaks, Hussars, step lances. Not sure, something like that. Kipchaks 0+6, I would like to check it out, but I guess you know it, and it's not really important for me at this point. Another Onager falling to the Halberdiers. What a great game. This is just amazing. If Babaorum is winning this game, then he really deserves to go to the next round, because this one is amazing already. Let's see how Babaorum is going to continue this now, as he's facing more and more helps once again. Few bombard cannons behind this. 2 castles here, both on lower HP than I would like to see. Bombard cannons on one side, trebuchets on the other, Hussars and Kipchaks against Halberdiers and Onagers. And the helps moving forward. Once again, there is a trebuchet under heavy attack. That castle from ACCM getting repaired, not so the castle from Babaorum, and we have one Onager still and a good amount of Halberdiers. On the top though, we have Babaorum taking control of the gold. ACCM went the watchtower to make sure that these villagers cannot just take the gold for free, but 8 range only, so it needs fletching botkin. Fletching on the way actually. We might even see elite skirmishes from ACCM soon. Babaorum in the score lead, but not by a lot, and ACCM once again controlling these resources, getting his castle on half HP, which is alright right now, and he's attacking Babaorum's castle that gets repaired at this point with 2 trebuchets and a bombard cannon. Also a lot of Halberdiers here around, and looks like we have a few Hussars, single Hussars going in, but Babaorum would need to raid a little bit more to actually disturb ACCM's economy. Like this, we have ACCM almost getting rid of that castle. It's not going down yet, but Babaorum, oh, he's got a lot of stone at bank. Okay, he took a lot of stone here. Villages are idle now, villages are getting attacked by the watchtower, but the main fight happening here on the side where, let me get rid of this, where ACCM is actually able to kill that castle from Babaorum. Looks like it might go down very soon. Halberdiers moving into these Kipchaks and Onagers once again on the field for Babaorum. Onagers going back, the Halberdiers following up, but that's 3 trebuchets now, and that means the castle is actually falling. ACCM with the victory on the right hand side, and this allows him to like go into Babaorum's, well, right-hand side economy, if you want to call it that. Be that back here. No, there's actually not too much economy here, but that was the spot where Babaorum could attack ACCM. Now this is the spot where Babaorum could go for more raidings, more attacks, but he doesn't have a lot of military units here. Instead we have cap rams now for ACCM attacking that castle. It's not going to do a lot, but ACCM will concentrate on the middle and then the top Very soon he's sending the halberdiers already, and 3 trebuchets now starting to fire away at that original castle that Babaorum built in early Castle Age, which was of course a bit later than the usual FC times. Nice shots with the Onagers on the Kipchaks. They're also running into halberdiers, so the Kipchaks have to run away. Hussars trying to get rid of the Onagers. That Onagers should survive, barely. And we have more Kipchaks against halberdier action. A few helps now from Babaorum as well. I like this idea. Is it? Yeah, he did not convert these. He's using his own helps to counter the helps from ACCM. I think it's a decent idea. Like, players usually don't go for this, but it's not too bad. The problem is Babaorum doesn't have the numbers, and ACCM now with a clear score lead. He's turning this game around. It looks like he is about to go into Babaorum's space for the first time in this game, getting rid of the siege workshops. If he can afford it, he will go for siege ram, or I hope so at least. He's close to getting the resources. Also siege engineers now on the way. That's such an important upgrade, and he's not done it yet. 8+1 range on the Onagers. That should have been there a lot earlier. Castle about to fall. I think this one is going to ACCM. We don't see Babaorum with a lot of military units left. 26 against 66. No more castles for him. Like, at all? Does he have castles left? Doesn't look like it. And that means ACCM has an easy way into Babaorum's base. He's actually raiding already using the halberdiers here. He's using trebuchets to attack all kinds of buildings. The monastery with the 5 relics going down. Babaorum doesn't have resources left, and I think it's time to call it GG. One last raiding attempt with the Hussars and Kipchaks. ACCM sending the villagers back to the TC, which will be fine for him as he is probably on decent resources. Yeah, that's looking really good. Population cap, siege rams moving in, trebuchets attacking the TC and soon the barracks now. And I think it's time for Babaorum to call it. He does not want to give up yet. Population wise, 122, so the magic 100 number that you don't want to get under. He did not reach that yet, but he's very, very close to it, and I'm pretty sure ACCM is not going to give this game away. There it is, GG being called. Now it's 2-1, ACCM coming back in this match. What a great fight, and I hope for more games like this one. Let's go to game number 4. Now we have Lithuanians for ACCM and Khmer for Babaorum. Both players going for a stable build, not surprising really, and we're going to see once again fights for the relics with Spearman, with Scout Cav, with potentially Light Cav. One relic in the middle, this one closer, a little bit closer to ACCM space, not really though. Knight coming in as well, one on the right hand side here, one on the right hand side close to Babaorum, one on the left close to Babaorum. Let's see who is getting the relics in the end, and then we're going to see the mini booms I guess from both players. Khmer should have the better boom to be honest. And we're going to see the first relic in for ACCM. That's already one for Babaorum as well. There is a lot of fighting happening for that relic on the right hand side. This one going to Babaorum. On the left there was 1, 2. Oh, that's 3 already for him. So ACCM definitely wants to grab this one, and he might be able to do it. There's one scout not able to intercept that monk. That monk is bringing the relic really close to home, and now these scouts Light Cav are going in. Let me see. These are scout cavalry units. There is no loom done for ACCM, so he has to deal with the 4 scouts here. They are on quite low HP, but it can be annoying. And let's see what Babaorum can do with these. ACCM quickly walling here. I guess it's necessary, and I think ACCM should also go for loom now, but he's creating more villages, and the scouts trying to fight some villages in the back here. A good back base here for ACCM, at least space-wise. He can build a lot of farms, but I guess it's not going to be too interesting. Let's see when the scouts are actually going down. That villager barely survived, probably 8 HP, and now the monks are healing. I like this idea from Babaorum. Look at this, it's just beautiful. So the scouts can now go and try to raid. There's a few spearmen on the field, and ooh, nice conversion. One monk going down, but one scout got converted. That farm just went down, 60 wood down the drain. And there is more scouts in the field. So Babaorum being annoying as good as he can at the same time. ACCM 3 TCs, as far as I can see, is still dealing with these scouts that are now hiding in the back. Babaorum is on the way to Imperial Age, and he probably went 3 TCs as well. Yeah, that's the 3 TCs I can see here. Barracks coming up. Is he going for a help siege build against Lithuanians? I guess that makes sense. Lithuanians, cavalry stiff really, but we're going to see siege as well. I hope to see scorpions here. Onage is possible too, and I think ACCM finally dealt with these scouts, but that was really game changer in my opinion. Pikeman on the field now, Imperial Age for Babaorum. He does not have stone, he does not have a castle, and he is not gonna have ranged siege to attack like castles or other buildings, because trebuchets, you need a castle, and bombardkins are sadly not available for Kur, which would make them an STS Civ probably. But we have capped rams, no battering rams, sorry, capped ram on the way. Problem is, one mangonel, one single mangonel is going to hold this, and a few walls coming up behind this. Mangonels do good damage. Halberdy upgrade obviously done for Babaorum here, but ACCM is able to hold. Now ACCM, let's see the resources. He is not on the way up to Imperial Age, he's low on resources once again. I guess those scouts really did a number on ACCM's economy here. Going for market now, a few quick farms here, but Babaorum clearly with the score lead, with the map control, only the castle makes sure that ACCM is not losing map control completely. ACCM going with his own pikemen, and I hope to see siege rams very soon, because siege rams are not going to be easy to kill. Even by mangonels, the siege rams should survive for quite a bit. Castle coming up in between those farms, behind the monasteries, university coming up as well, but I guess Babaorum should be able to break in somehow. Then again, ACCM, he held last game, so let's see how he's going to do this time. Few monks on the field, and like Babaorum is finally going for the castle, but I don't really see what he can do other than, yeah, siege ram finally on the way. If siege rams and halberdiers are going into your base, you might be in trouble, ACCM. Let's see how ACCM is going to try and counter this. We could see latest, but only 2 relics is really not too good. Another castle coming up here. It's castle number 3 for ACCM, but there's siege rams now. Why are they attacking the walls? Go for the castle. Yeah, this castle should not go up. There's pikemen around, but use your halberdiers to defend your siege ram, and you can see the mangonels now. That's 2 mangonels there taking on the siege ram quite nicely. One going down. That castle though, 60%, but only but less than half HP, and we have pikemen taking down that siege ram, another one to attack the castle, halberdiers everywhere, and yeah, ACCM obviously on the way up to Imperial Age. The castle going up. I hope to see trebuchets really soon. Yeah, that's the first one away, really nice. And more siege rams from Babaorum, more siege, more helps. I guess that's the theme of this game, because on the left hand side, yeah, barracks, a few outposts. I like this idea, but it's not going to do too much. And we might see onager upgrade from ACCM actually as soon as he hits Imperial Age. Would make sense, but ACCM is low on food, so maybe not. Also, there's now a good amount of siege rams on that castle, and a trebuchet is doing damage. So this castle probably going down. Latest production starting. What was the trick with latest? Like they get that extra attack from the relics, as far as I remember. Is there anything else on that unit that I forgot about? Let me quickly check. I want to know what the specialty of latest was. Stronger army. Ignores armor. That was the deal. Okay, yeah. Ignores armor is of course really nice, because halberdiers, well, they only have, was that +2, +3 then? But latest got 1 bonus, and I knew it was something. I just forgot about it, and not following the game too much, not as much as I would like to. Now we have a good amount of mangonels here, hopefully soon to be onagers. ACCM cannot afford the onager upgrade yet. He might want to go for a halberdier too. And Babaorum is filling up those siege rams. Look at this. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful attack. Siege rams approaching on that castle. We have halberdiers to follow that up. And there's the 3, 4 mangonels to try and defend. One siege ram almost going down immediately. There's one trebuchet, but that trap is just standing in the way. I think he should have dropped it to the bottom side of that castle. Siege rams going, and those siege rams should fall, but there's only 2 mangonels left, and there's more siege rams on the way here. That's a total of 4 that I can still see. 2 now attacking the castle, 1, 2 trebuchets to attack the castle, and if this castle is going down, ACCM might be in trouble, as he's going to lose a lot of villagers here. He's going to lose control of the stones, and siege rams actually able to do it. There's 1 mangonel left, but those siege rams filled with halberdiers, they are filled with halberdiers, and they're getting a lot faster. Mangonel falling quickly. ACCM is in a tough position already. We have a castle coming up from Babaorum, protecting that stone, giving him another side to attack from. On the right hand side, a siege ram waiting, not doing anything. Could attack the gate, but it's not really important, as ACCM is on 16 military units only against 42, and the siege rams and trebuchets are approaching ACCM space. This might be a 3-1 from Babaorum actually. It's looking really good for him. He's in decent score lead, he's in a decent population lead. ACCM low on food right now, and Babaorum still with a good amount of gold, and he's moving in with the siege rams, taking down all the buildings on the way. The Trebuchet hitting the monastery, which is really important, of course. And Babaorum is facing hand cannoneers and bombard cannons now, and halberdiers, obviously. But with that big push that he's going for, and light cav soon to be hussars likely, he still has a very good fighting army, really good attacking army. And Trebuchet should not go down. And now Scorpion's coming in. Oh, that's beautiful. Is he actually going for crossbow and arbalest as well? I am not sure if he needs it, but I guess why not? Your opponent did not go on a chest, and arbalest to attack monks, to attack helps, to attack hand cannoneers. It's perfect, actually. Only bombard cannons can really do damage to that. And Babaorum transitioning from his help siege army into something else while winning, really, while attacking his opponent. I like this. This is showing how good of a player Babaorum is. And Scorpions are doing a good amount of damage here. Bombard cannons is the only thing that can really stop this big army, but you need to protect those. And ACCM is getting pushed back into his base. Maybe needs to... Oh, that's ugly. These houses are taking so much space away. It's not game-changing, but it's just ugly. Like, build your houses on the side, build them close together, don't use up all the space. Now the siege rams are moving in. That castle is the last hope for ACCM to survive, but I don't see it happening. And we have Arbalest now in the field, almost fully upgraded. We have Scorpions behind this. Sadly, not heavy Scorpions yet. Babaorum cannot afford this. But look at this beautiful attack, and military numbers still looking better for Babaorum. ACCM got a decent amount of military units now in the field. Halberdiers, bombard cannons, hand cannoneers. But what are you going to do against this? Now that castle is under heavy attack already, but if that was heavy Scorpions, the game would be over, I'm sure. We have one Trebuchet, we have one bombard cannon left. Arbalest doing a good damage on these hand cannoneers. Force hand cannons in the latest upgrade now got buffed with faster projectile speed and more HP. But these hand cannoneers, of course, against Arbalest are going to fall quite fast. That castle might go down as siege ram coming in now. Hussars to try and get rid of the bombard cannons. ACCM is repairing the cannon. I like this idea. ACCM low on gold, low on food. As for Babaorum, he's got 2k gold in the bank, 48 gold miners and 50 farmers. That's just amazing, and he's not gonna run out of gold anytime soon. He just cannot afford the heavy Scorpion upgrade, which he probably didn't get, right? I don't see any more Scorpions. Siege rams still getting produced. I think you should just delete that siege workshop. It's annoying. The castle might go down. ACCM defending for now, but it's still not looking too good for him. Military numbers though quite close. The only problem for ACCM really is gold. Where did it get gold? He's got a bit of gold left. That's like, what was that, 1400, 1500? But that's all you can take. This one is not really safe, and it can get raided easily. And Babaorum is still sending units into your base. Hussars, not really the best idea here. Castle finally going down. ACCM is a small victory, but the Arbalists to follow up are doing so good damage. And those bombard cannons getting attacked. Yeah, one down to the Hussars. Castle coming up once again. Babaorum in the meantime is saying, yeah, I now have more gold miners than farmers. I'm taking a gold. I'm taking the... Was it the second stone or extra stone? I don't remember. And there's siege rams coming in, there's halberdiers, there's hussars, there is arbalest, there's everything that Khmer have to offer except for heavy scorpions, ballista elephants, and elephants. Like, go for for battle elephants here. Oh, that would be so great. It's not going to happen, but it would be really fun to see. I'm going to speed up a little bit to see if ACCM can actually fight back here. But it looks like he's giving up more space, and Babaorum is still sending units into ACCM space. ACCM 45 gold, and that's it. 365 stone to maybe repair the castle later on. And finally, elite skirmishers on the field, which is also nice. The thing is, Babaorum has the better economy, he has more resources, and he is still attacking using the better army composition here. Like, honestly, what do you do against this? It's so tough. You need the numbers. ACCM does not have the numbers. Now ACCM 138 population, but a castle now coming up inside ACCM space for Babaorum. Main TC going down, and there's a few elite skirmishers left, a few halberdiers, but I don't see a way for ACCM to come back. And I think this is the victory for Babaorum. He's going to advance to the next next round, unless some miracle is happening. Now we have halberdiers moving to the place where the main TC was. That castle is getting attacked by 2 trebuchets. Siege rams not moving forward. I'm not sure why. Maybe Babaorum wasn't paying attention here. But it doesn't really matter anymore, because that castle on 1500 HP getting repaired by a few villagers, but nothing is going to stop these trebuchets now. Castle is going down, and ACCM, after losing the last castle, is calling the GG. What an amazing series. Babaorum taking it 3-1 going to the, what is that, quarterfinals then. And therefore we have half of the round of 16 complete. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next match, and GG.